ye mwelo lo ne ozwe ala saibobo de kiano ana we say you saibobo de kiano ana we baba mora jegri opwen keni won mo gba sibole l'arrangeur pas national très trop fort pe aklebe pe won gba se so pe de ju oje saibobo de àwọn saibobo de abio do agbe yo ba po mo yan o baba yin guitar petit plateau fait sonner kaidaka bena baya posa gogo mambo panjagu apo blo akafwe wa posa nyoka fwe be afonte mo mani yo pa kleju kiyen nyonjo si mo posto tata tuyo pe atinyo de won e mo o nesse tocan Questi sono poco che guarda ye pe koworia nakanda salude postu o jata triyo pe atinyo de won e mo o nesse tocan na questi sono poco che guarda ye pe koworia kanike na konkete yan be wewen na yan sa feble ane yajo wale yajo let's do what yes go get to work tayo bokadia ayu ene o saibobo de kiano ana we say you oba àwọn te yo pe wala ni debo anu e o anje yes na gbe na ba ni gbe ni mu ege ayi imo aja e ma gei wono wala wala yes mi ambiano ene debo e o ao saibobo de kiano ana we say you saibobo son la que tampoco venyo ne va ye ne bo e ne to ni en yayo ayu obo gbe jase wo ye amoko keleba kaidaka mwene boss wo jago kulo net le nyoka foi aje fi an isi we to se saibobo ye ao la droit de mon pays moi ne mon télé se veille by potiamu kanyoda saibobo la ni papa bini gesia baka on lage de bu esibo de pe esibi de tonye si to yoke no ko ania de o se gbo ko se dreadre si yo manwo saibobo de kiano na we se yiwo ba awide saibobo de kiano saibo Igba tu abanja bla edu eso sei aje kwena le ya gba tu ana aglonyo si yiwoke wejo ibo saibobo ba inje ide ke po pamlo ku ejo bi pamlo oni kriyan nya gbo like e ba de noa jozo wa se zona bandio na sulitan club de souffler saibobo de kiano ana we say you oba I'm blandele saibobo so won bawe ando broso ke ibe broso south africa le yo po yo we tanya fo je wo po be mo e won ami po panja guba ta o felize ase o clabodion sai gbaje we kle ku ya kan we saibobo de kiano ana we say you oba saibobo de aba pepo sweru ni de sweru kwa munga dumonje dota siko bala kabo jo ase pepo sweru zo luke say ya re ase o baye ino ken monde ye yo pample yo te monde ni ana o ariwo ase o baye amo amora da o saibo de kiano ana we say you agbe sweru lo di yo baye so pẹ̀lú ni wọ́n saibo ba saibo dẹ́kì àná àná òwúrẹ́ yìí lóde mo Rita no man don't you. When you know I say it's a mayo. That was the yes you also want when you I'm original
Alors il a fait un son pour Mobile Production.
Arrangé Eric Glodé. Le don de Dieu pour la musique de l'Ouest. Je te détesterai jamais. Jamais, jamais, au grand jamais. Mobile Production. Abia dia au bois. Amounia Dro. Moi et toi Pierre. Piero momoye, ato piero ji awere, piero momoye, ah piero we, ndato piero sopra no seide, ato piero ji awere, akosia o, moye, piero momoye, mosa bosa iko momoye, piero ji mo were, mandoye mo, ah piero ji mo were, mandoye mo, piero we, ha ji awere, piero momoye, la poche yo ji avere so no juni emble mo bli amado let's play jamone chi bayone ne mo waja chi bayone ne ja plebone na kanyo po siabu chena de kanyo de ko de se perdu de ya piero moye piero momoye piero momoye odiarwa oyawesa moye jiblo no piyon boba derbono ma boye ble piero we piero momoye Mobile Production Copie Mobile Production asa o clano ya o agelo mo lo koje piero momoye Erico na piero moye ah Shaliko na piero moye ato piero moye die na pa yeble do piero die na pa yeble ah nie piero we ah piero we moye Erico ya to piero mare bomo ya to piero Erico de bomo ya to piero mi amo daka do jale ko ye nyowo pa opa bla ye de nyani ye ble gba kite ya o anade kro aja be atia nyoro gba de ke abudi ye ono homono ne ka double ye so bo somo so ble so danyo paseble asenyo na ye ta esa ye dibo sanele e to piero jawe ke to piero point so we ke to piero iwa mo pa kaya no e ka sene la ta ya mo la o siane to piero ki agba ile papa ko ya o a to piero moye ah nu agba mo e vive ko agba mo e ah nu agba mo e piero we ah piero nu agba mo e piero we ah piero moye o piero moye gayo padà we nembo kango ah tideji ah tideji we ah mara tidie me o awo buba kari de ko ni tawake asa o made piero moye piero moye essence ni aboutie ase o mama sable ye angela wene e bobo pambla ye angela wene na ma bobo pambla ye angela we angela jo ma chapa ke yo tare ajo moye angela moye ah o mama mo kebla chia mama ke brode we you ah je ma cheki je mama je tani akido mada Nicola memotie ya mada Nicola jeju tani aki Nicola preto yamo oju achie na ipo de wenke mla we yon bla shiri agia ajaro moye yaro moye 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 yaro moye moye ale moye
Oye mama munwe tubela masumu ya mokili fungula motema tubela masumu ya mokili fungula motema oye mama munwe kumba oye mama munwe kumba nyonso zali kolo baba yebisinga nyonso zali kolo bana bato bayebisinga olobi tenga na lindi yo te mama olobi tenga na neglige yo alors que tovandinga na yo mingi mama okolisinga nga mpe nakolisi yo tokoli elongo ntango ya mpasi oye mama munwe kumba oye oh mama munwe kumba tout ce que tu as dit sur moi on m'a rapporté tout ce que tu as dit sur moi on m'a rapporté tu as dit que moi je te nourris pas.
Good evening, Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio. We want to welcome all of you been listening. It's a tough word out there these few days. The competition. Yes. And one thing I know about Liberians, we're very good at whatever we put our hand in, we go the whole body, no reservation whatsoever. Welcome, my brothers and sisters. We appreciate you guys tonight. We say thank you very much. If you don't have to be anywhere, stay with us, Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio. We're here to entertain, enlighten, and of course, conversation with you. Safety. As I stated, I got maybe about a week or so, and then I will start my summer safety program that have to do with heat-related issues. Those of you that have old folks in the house with you, we will hope that when we're ready to do this section, that you will tune into us so that we'll be able to at least pass this information on to you. Now, most of the information that we're going to be getting to you, they're information that you can get from any public website, especially YouTube and stuff like that. So it's not difficult to get. However, we are willing to go into it and explain a little bit more because this is what we've been told at work. Other areas I work in construction, so I usually go out in the summer. If I have to be in the construction, it's in the summertime, so you have to take a whole week of summer-related issues, safety courses, and then those are the kinds of stuff that I too want to pass on to you. I don't think they have any kind of trademark to say these are protected trade stuff. I don't think so. These are safety issues, and then I want my people to benefit from it as well. Let's go on. Safety. Folks, it's Friday afternoon. If you don't have to be anywhere, just stay with me tonight and let's have fun together. If you don't have to be anywhere, stay home. If you need to go out and have fun with brothers and sisters, which we encourage for you to do because you've been working all week, you're tired, that's fine. It's time to wind down, whatever you want to call it. But be responsible. If you have to drink, be responsible. Because if you're not, and you hurt somebody, the person going to be hurt. But the burden on your conscience for life is not going to go away. Every time you move, you think about it. And it's going to be some if you don't know how to handle it, it might be a hindrance to your progress. Believe it. Okay, so those are kinds of stuff that since I think we'll do our best to bring these things down from time to time so that those that want to listen will listen. Those who will not listen, there's nothing I can do for you. But it's a wonderful evening, Friday afternoon, here live on Sacramento on my beautiful set, LIBERIA Public Radio set. I'm walking around in my set. You see, I put my foot down. You see, I'm now going through the roof. I'm showing you. I got something to say tonight. But anyway, let's go on. Safety. Again, those of you that are going to be driving this summer and what have you, first thing, if you're working in your area and you're having to be working at night, Not on the night, anywhere you work, make sure you know your surrounding. Where are you working? How far is it from your house? Have you measured the distance? In your car, you can push a button and it will tell you how many miles away from home. Even on your Google map, they will tell you how many miles your work area is from your living place. So you should be able to know that. But one of the most important things that you want to know, because those stuff was not going to be showing on Google Map, is for you to find an alternative route from your working place to your home. Reason being, because now summer is coming up, and most of these cities, what do? They do summer construction, and when they're doing construction, they do detail. Detail. They tell you, say, okay, well, this is a detail here, from here to there. You're going to be taking a detour to go somewhere else. Okay, from here to that street, you make a right. From there, you make a left, and so forth. And they will put you. They're not going to put you to your house. They will put you to a major street on a major highway. Now from there, you should be able to find your own way to go home. But if you know your alternative route, you don't have to go by their detour they're giving you. You can just pick up your alternative route because you have already been driving on it. You've driven that route before several times, so you know where they are. So at night, you know where the dangerous spots are, so that in case you break down and things that what you need to do. Those are things you need to be doing. But do what if game. You're driving. Somehow you got a punch tire on a highway. What do? How do you call people? And if you're calling for help, where do you stay? Do you sit on your car? And if so, do you have water in your car? Do you have flashlight in your car? Do you have blankets in your car? Those are things that you need to think about. Safety. I will continue to remind you. And those of us that have family, kids, summer is coming up. They're getting ready to get out of school, and you don't want to have them stay in the house. They'll drive you nuts. The kids the husband too will drive you nuts. That's for sure. But the point here is this: you might most likely going to be taking your kids out. Those of you that already are kids are grown, I know who you are. You're laughing at me right now. Say, look at the old man talking about Jeremiah. But I don't got no baby, right? All my kids are gone. And I say, congratulations to you. We take our hat off. You've done a wonderful, wonderful job. Those of us that are still doing it, I'm talking to us. But anyway, you have to take your kids out. If you're going out to swimming and things like that in the swimming pool, you got to be very careful. Accident will happen from time to time. But you have to prevent that. You have to make sure you talk to your kids what to do and what not to do when you get into the pool area. Keep your eyes up to the young one so that at least you know what that person will be at all times. It's very important. Very important. Safety. By this time, hopefully, you have your car, the engine, already been serviced. You have your antifreeze replaced. Your tires already checked out. Your oil is already taken care of. If you need to do your spark plugs, you do all of those things. Make sure your water pump is still functioning. Make sure because you're no longer going to need a thermostat which controls the heating system in your car. You're not going to need it, and you're going to need air conditioning. So make sure all of these little stuff are working. Because from time to time, sometimes it gets cold, sometimes it gets hot. But when it gets constantly becoming hot, the heat is coming on, then of course, hopefully by that time your air conditioner is working. Your window, your side window, are they all clean? Your windshield wiper, is it taken care of? Your windshield wiper fluid, is it taken care of? Those are things you need to look at. I'm just doing my best this afternoon. SAMSON told LIBERIA PUBLIRADIO. At this time, I should be dancing, but I'm not. Anyway, let me get on to the subject matter before I go on to what I want to say on a very serious note, folks. Liberians, those of us that do this media stuff with Facebook, TV, whatever we want to call ourselves, the stress level right now is too high. It's very high in our community. And it's not a stress level that is put on us by other people. These are things I consider false error, false stress level on ourselves. Those of us that consider ourselves political junkie, you can't stay away from these things. We go from site to site. Who's saying what and what is going on? It's driving us nuts. It's driving us nuts. All because every one of us think we can rule. We know how to lead. Every one of us believe that I can be the best president of the Republic of Liberia. Every one of us. Every one of us. We got questions. Something happened here with question. And it's getting to us. My fear is because I remember back in 1985, of course, we didn't have Facebook, but we had telephone. Okay, people, we go to meeting from time to time. In fact, 1985 was so bad that we used to hop from city to city, chasing meetings, just so that we will hear what is happening back home. Now we don't have to do that. All you need to do is just turn on the Facebook, and everybody's blabbering. It's not boasting well for us. We get the international community, other foreign countries are watching us. How we degrade each other on Facebook. Facebook is a public medium. It is not restricted to Liberians only. So whatever you put out there, here's the other thing. Whatever you put out there, 10 years from now, let me not say 10 years because I don't know, but 4 months from now, you go back, it will be there. So we have to watch what comes out of our mouths. You can be angry at somebody, but that doesn't give you the right to use language that will upset your other brothers and sisters. There's no reason for that. I can be angry at the government, able to express myself effectively without insult. My tone of voice might change, but I will also be respectful to the audience. I might be responding to an individual cussing, but what happened? This is Facebook. People tune in to listen to me. Listen to me cussing on a public media. I'm not only insulting the guy or the person that I'm trying to insult, but I'm also now, because people are listening. I have an incident this morning. And this is why I decided to bring this up. I'm not going to go calling name or whatever, but I was watching a Liberian guy having a Facebook page. So I came downstairs very early in the morning. I came downstairs, getting ready to go to work. So I came downstairs, I turned on my face, a little bit relaxing, a little bit in my TV couch. And what I didn't realize, my 11-year-old daughter was laying down in the couch trying to get her things together. She said something about her homework. She's done with it, but she can't find it. She's a little bit frustrated, so she couldn't lay down. And I put the face. I didn't know that she was there. So I put the Facebook on. And the person was using words describing pots, hemo pots, barley pots. I didn't know my daughter was there. And I guess the description got her agitated. She jumped off the chair. Why are we putting ourselves through these things here? For what reason? Are we able to express ourselves without insult? Is that the only way people will be able to understand you? Can you not attack me and tell me exactly what you want to say about me without insult? These things are not doing well for us. But it seemed to me that Liberians love drama, because when these individuals are on, you see their numbers, 200, 300, 400 people going in, responding. And the more we go to watch these people, they get animated. They get more excited because their number, they can see the numbers. And I'm not saying don't watch them. That's not the point. You have the right to watch. But you also have the right for you not to hear insult. That's not the reason why you go on Facebook. You go there, you go to watch the person expressing themselves intellectually. If I want to go on my show and speak Crown, I will do so, hoping that my Crown brothers and sisters will listen to me. Or those who are not Crown but can understand Crown will listen to me. But when we come up and decide to make it as public as it is, speaking English, where is the decency among us? Facebook is there. It's a medium. It's a platform that is being used for us to express ourselves. But where is the responsibility within us as user of these people products? They're not charging us. Facebook, you go on there, they're not charging you. Can you imagine if they were charging? People ready to go on Facebook, they got another person hanging over their hair. Why? If we're going to use this kinds of platform in this way, then we're not helping ourselves. The election is over. And I was just thinking today, can you imagine during the war, if we have Facebook, I think Facebook will have barred Liberians. Because it seemed to me, and I could be wrong, that we have no hesitation of putting whatever it is we have, as long as we think we're hurting that person, forgetting to know that what you put on Facebook, everybody else is watching it. Of course, they have the right to cut it off, not to watch. But why even go on Facebook with those kinds of stuff? Can we not have a decent discussion about our country? Can we not question the government without people who are considering themselves supporters of the government and coming to insult? Can we ourselves, do we not have the ability to question the government without insulting those who are working for the government? What is our responsibility? What exactly are we trying to achieve? I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. We all participate in this type of stuff, and that's what I say about the Civil War. Every one of us that are of age during the Civil War, whether you ran away from the Civil War or whether you never saw the Civil War because you were somewhere in the diaspora, every one of us took part in the war. And this is one of the reasons why I'm hoping that Liberians would accept the war crime tribunal or court. Because now only those you want to put on trial will be on trial, but the entire country will be on trial as well. Because what is our own responsibility? Even those of us that never really pick up arms, what did we do to stop our brothers and sisters from going further? What did we do? Those are questions still need to be answered. And here we go again. When President Weah started running, he's not educated. The man can't do this. He can't do that. We lay it out. As Samson told, I have my show here where whenever that I come out, I talk about the indiscipline of the seditions. I talk about it. I didn't hide it. But guess what? With all of the things that we were saying, Liberian, President Weah didn't go to every community giving them back a rice for them to vote for him. The Liberian people gave him and his party And his coalition, they give them 61% or 60 some more percent. That doesn't mean that they're capable of doing everything fine. We also have our responsibility to question, well, how do we do it? How do we do it? I told you guys the last time, some time ago. I'm just taking my time this afternoon. And if you want to go up there and insult me, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. I will still express myself. I told you guys some time ago, before the election, and my comment came about when one of the person that I admire, uh, one of the political lion, I call him, Dr. Famule. I have so much high respect for this man. It's unbelievable, including Dr. Tifute. Because those of us that was young those days, we saw these people as they were like God. Of course, I don't consider them like that anymore, but I still respect them. But he went on to write. There was an article that was attributed to him as saying Josh Weah doesn't know anything. And I was thinking to myself, you live right there in Liberia. You're seeing this young man popularity, and you're not a newcomer to politics. By that time, I believe Dr. Famula and all of those high-ranking, whatever you want to call them, they have already recognized that Ambassador Weah was going to win the election. I used to tell you guys, I have my cousin in Liberia, and I was on the phone with him. He said, oh, this one, anybody, he's going to win it. So most Liberian political junkie, educated political junkie, recognize that Ambassador Weah was going to win. So my comment that I made at that time was this. You, as someone who is well grounded into Liberian politics and Liberian history, you would think, instead of pushing this young man away, go and put your arms around him. If you feel he doesn't know anything, you old professor, you used to teach at LU, teach him. He's a Liberian. He's going to win. I made that statement. Teach him. Okay? Every one of those political guru, they all push him away. And guess what? Exactly what I predicted. I said, you push him away. There will be those that will be rubbing their arms. Say, come to Papa. Those people don't want you. Come, I can help you. And he will run to them. And they're going to tell him, come, we will protect your interest. And when he runs to them, they put him in a bubble. Instead of protecting his interest, they will protect their interest. Now, some of you are writing now how the Imaya Shah got back into the picture. Because why? We pushed the young man away. And people like Imaya Shah, they open their arms. What do you want him to do? This is running a country. It's not running a village. And most of you, people like Samuel Jackson, these are people that know about Liberia and Liberian economy. The election is over. What happened with Brunskin? What happened with Cummings? What happened to Belinda Ure? All of those political stand-up bearer. This is, we're talking about Liberia. You can be in opposition. But what is it? What's stopping you guys from guiding this young man so at least he can do well? Put him on his footing. But then you say, Mr. Toe, that's not how politics run in Liberia. Okay, fine. I agree. You don't want to do that. The man is doing what he wants to do. He's leading the way he feels how to lead. What are you crying about now? And we go on Facebook cussing each other every day. Every day. Okay? Those are some of the things that some of us used to talk about. Get closer to him. Even if they push you away, continue to insist that you want to be there. Okay? There is one of Grand Gideon Flat, I think Yancey Flat is name. I believe it was in the 70s. He went to give a speech somewhere in Grand Gideon, and he told it, and I'm just paraphrasing. He said, the young people that are going to leave, if you're an older person, you stay with the young people and help them to lead you. But if you're not involved, they will lead you the way they want you to be led. And there's nothing you can do about it. This is exactly what we have. All of those experienced people in politics. If you get close to the young man, I'm sure they will try to push you away. Don't get me wrong. I'm not being naive. They will resist you. I understand that. But if you continue to go, continue to write positively. Don't write, oh, the man knows nothing, he can't do the but write. Write, and you don't even have to say I want to be with you. But write a daily columns. Things that you think that's supposed to happen. These young people, remember, these used to be students. What is the definition of a student? A good student. That is not people like me. But they gravitate towards positive things to read that will impact their life. So you, professor, when I mean, I don't mean he's himself now, I mean professor before. You go and write, and these young people will go read. But everybody push their hand up. Oh, let's watch and see. I know he can't make it. He will fail. Just leave him. Leave him alone. He's not going to do nothing. He will fail. In Liberia, the man who is leading Liberia, the day-to-day affair of the Republic of Liberia, and you say, let him fail. You think if Honorable President Weah fail, you think he fails alone? Look at us. For the last 3 to 4 weeks, I've been talking about roads. The road, right now, the road color, Southeastern. And we have Liberian engineer. I'm one of them. I'm here. If that country fail, you think only one person? No, every one of us fail. But the situation lately is becoming deafening. You go on Facebook now, just jump off my page right now and find other page. They're probably insulting each other. When you give them a platform like this and say, come and talk, they come in there, they accuse people of being the person responsible of the failure of the country. There was a young man last night when I spoke. He said, these are some of the people that caused our country to fail. As though I was the only person that was in Liberia. But these are some of the things that I'm talking about. We talk without being serious about what we're talking about. We talk without being analytical about what we're talking about. We just want to talk because we know how. But here's what I want to say here tonight before I go on to my other subject matter. Those of you that are young, okay, let's just take me for example. When I came in this country, I was very young, very, very young. I didn't pay attention to a lot of things. I thought playing football and running around was something good to do. But of course, it was taking time away from me. So by the time I realized, I need to catch myself. So by the time I decided I'm going to go to school, my mom not here, my pa not here. I'm here by myself. Instead of put myself together, where most of you young people are doing things, most of you young people are doing that. Those of us those days didn't care for those things. So by the time I decided I wanted to go on to school and prepare myself and things like that, I was already a man. Okay? I'm working. I'm making decent living. I'm not. Yeah, I beg for money from time to time. I beg my wife for money most of the time. I beg her for gas because I'm broke. But I'm making decent living. I'm working in an area that I'm certified. I get up in the morning and I'm happy to go to work at this age. In 1985, the year I was talking about, I was in Rhode Island and I thought that I was going to work and go to school. And I was working in a plant in Pawtucket, to be specific. It's a tire plant. They pay you $1 an hour if you take bath before you get out. Because by the time you get out of that plant in the morning, people can't even recognize you. The tire plant. Let me tell you now how they take the rubber bill from Liberia, Malaysia, and things that they bring it in. They put it on the conveyor, and it comes to me. I was running a Bambray, they call it Bambray, where they put the rubber bill, 90 pounds of rubber bill. By the time I'm done mixing all the chemical and everything and things like that, you're talking about almost 3 pounds of mix within that Bambray. So you're not sleeping. You put it in there, mix it. You got it at 90-pound rubber bill, boom, 3 of them. You go and take your knife, take the chemicals, dump it in there. If you're not careful, you're going to cut yourself. So when it takes about 15 minutes for the bash to be able to mash everything, and then it go up to the conveyor belt, then you run around on the other side and stay on the milling machine. Now the rubber comes in between two milling drum. So as the drum turns around, they squeeze the rubber together, mash it correctly, but then you don't let it roll. So you cut it and hold it, and you have a roll. Then you let it go and go all over again. You do the same thing about 5 times. Then from there, you take the strip of rubber and put it on the conveyor belt that will take it to the extruder. I'm talking about 8 hours a day. By the time I'm done, I come home, I don't have strength to play football. I don't have strength to go to school. I have no strength to do nothing but to sleep. So I thought to myself, I'm young at this stage, at this age. My body is able to take these things. What will happen if I'm not able to do these things anymore? My body, my knees cannot do it. But I'm broke. I would need money. How do I do it? So when it hit me, I called Monrovia and sent a message to my mom and my dad and tell them, look, I'm going to be, I wasn't rich. I didn't have money at the time anyway, but at least. I told them, I said, Ma, Pa, I will be broke for the next 4 to 5 years. But I can't take it anymore. 2 o'clock in the day, I left everything in my room, put the little clothes that I got, put them in the car, boom, I went back to Ohio. That was it. Got to Ohio, start school. Started doing security jobs, started washing dishes. Because I knew very well that if I didn't prepare myself, there's no way that I can be able to, my body will be able to support that kinds of hard labor that I was doing those days. Right now, I go to work, do my job, paperwork. I still got eyeball. I can read calculation. My brain's still working. I can do calculation. Go on the job site. I take the pure car ride. I don't even have to get out of the car. I have measurement all in the car. Press the button, measure the distance for me. I don't have to get out and do this and do that. If I get out, I want to get out. The point that I'm trying to make, for which I'm using myself as an example, if I was some of you, young people, instead of getting on Facebook, cussing each other, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Even if you have a master, if you don't have anything else to do, go back again. You remember John Molu? The guy that went to Liberia to told Ellen that Ellen government was the most corrupt. You remember John Molu? If you look at John Molu, the name, title he has. Go down there again, see the title. Certificate here, certificate there, MS here, MC there, everything. Because he continued to learn and go take the classes, take the tests, get certificate. So when he was ready, nobody can look at the credential. You can't stop him. So we're here. If you don't prepare yourself, you're still young. That's the same thing happening right now. The conversation that is happening in Liberia about Liberia involve intellectual. If you are not intellectually inclined, you will be cussing. Because you know the English, I'm being very factual. How will you engage me when we start talking and you start looking for what? The first thing that Marcus coming to sound because you run out of words. Prepare yourself. People getting on Facebook, they can hardly speak good English. And they said they're talking about the people. How are you going to talk about Liberians trying to help them if you cannot even express yourself effectively? Answer me. But then again, that's what we want to do. So the point is, we're having 6 issues. The Facebook allowed us to have a good platform to be able to discuss. Those days when I got involved into EULA, community organization, all that kinds of stuff. Those days our fax machine you were using and pager. Now you don't even need fax machine. You don't even need line. You got cell phone. And I can scan something on my cell phone right now and send it anywhere. You can't do those things those days. When we were involved, I'll give you another example. Grand Jury Association Constitution. When we started putting it together, I lived in Ohio at the time. And our chairman, Imaya Cooper, lived in New York at the time. So if we can't make it, you can't mail something, you drive to Philadelphia. And then they come to Philadelphia and you guys meet to iron out things. Now you don't have to do that. All you need to do is just have a conference. Email your copy to everybody else, and then everybody critique that. Those days you couldn't do it. You want to critique it, we're going to have to be there together. Or you mail it. And when you mail it, it's okay, I'm mailing it today. I'll give it 2 days, it will be there. So everybody have to wait until 2 days, 3 days, then it's okay, I get it, and it'll go on. Then I can have the conversation. But how do you have a conversation those days? You can't call everybody else. Ain't no teleconferences and things like that those days. So you have to meet in person. And my sister in Philadelphia, her stomach was this big. And she still used to be. She was a chair. She had to be there. But the point that I'm trying to make in general here tonight is this. The opportunity is there for you young people to help with that country. The frustration level is there because I too feel that there are some intelligent, well-trained young Liberians here in this country that were looked over because of tribalism or whatever you want to call it. I don't have no evidence, so I'm not going to be strong on that. But they left them behind and decided to pick some people that are not quite up to task because of their involvement early in the campaign or because of their involvement being related to somebody who knows, those kinds of stuff. So I feel the frustration level. That's understandable. But that does not give you the right to display the ignorance level that is being displayed on Facebook lately from our people. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. If you want to debate me, there are a lot of things you can say. You can insult me without even using the blah, blah, blah word. Mr. Toh, why would you talk and say something as though you're so dense? That means I'm stupid. But you see, It didn't affect anybody. But if I to say, Mr. Toh, why are you talking like somebody stupid like that? Then, he said something so stupid. There are words that you can use. Mr. Toh, what you're saying is untruth. It is unfortunate for you to come here in this public medium to say something that perhaps some of us find difficult to believe. You know what I mean? Mr. Toh, why you come here and lying like that so? But you see where I'm going with this conversation? So if we engage each other from that perspective, we will do well. We will do well. Either we accept to be the people's civilized world, or we'll go back to Total and we put our bomber on and we become Total people again all over. But you can't have 1/4 in Total and 1/4 in America. Then you say, Aquio, please, you're killing me. Folks, this is getting to be something that is unbelievable. But anyway, let me tell you why I'm going through all of this is Jesus to talk to you. I want to make one thing clear. Liberian Public Radio is an institution duly registered. You see, that one thing I love about my boss, Alfonso So. One thing I love about him, because this young man, he's very young. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, he's young, he blue, yeah, but he think way ahead of things. Far-sighted guy. So he decided, you know what? We're going to register this. Even though nobody's bothering us, but we're going to register this thing and become legal. LPR is registered, 501c3 title. So we have everything lined up. Okay? What I want to say here is this. Mr. So, Mr. Cry, and the LPR staff, we tax ourselves from the time we started with Boston Radio. Because Boston District refused to pay the bill. From the time we started, we've been taxing ourselves to pay our own bill. From time to time, other Liberian people like Ben, they feel sorry for us. They give us something here and there, here and there. The commercial that we see we play. If I tell you how much some of those commercial pay, it would I don't want to touch that. I'm not going to touch that. No, but if I tell you some of the commercial, how much they paid us, you'll say, but then why you even bother playing it? Okay? But on a very serious note, Liberian Public Radio is not a medium that is set up for opposition to the George Weah-led government. I'm not afraid. I'm not saying this because I'm afraid of the government. No, but I'm being truthful. If you watch Mr. So and Samson told the other day, we were not hiding our feeling. He's a conservative. I'm a liberal. And I approach these things from a liberal view. My liberal perspective comes to play. His conservative perspective comes, so we clash. So there's nothing here on Liberian Public Radio to say this is set up for Liberian Public Radio is set up for people to come and bash the government. No. Worst of all, Liberian Public Radio is not like any one of these other people Facebook page where you can go and talk to the people above their head. No. You come here, if you can't speak good English, get out. Yeah, we ourselves, we don't speak good English, but we watch our tongue. Because we have people that are watching. We want to respect the community. Even if I don't have respect for myself, I want to make sure my brothers and sisters that are watching me, they should be able to be comfortable to watch me. I don't want to surprise them with language that perhaps they're not ready to accept. So if you come to Liberian Public Radio, if Mr. So or Samson To gave you the opportunity to talk with decency. Because I think every one of us are responsible people. Because look at your living, look at your surrounding. You don't go around your house cussing all day. You don't talk to your supervisor cussing them up. What makes you think that you're going to come on LIBERIA Public Radio and attack other people? It's not right. It's not right. This is not what LIBERIA Public Radio is set up for. This is not what we pay our high-earned money for these kinds of stuff. The program we're using, if you find out how much we pay for this program, you're thinking, but you guys are crazy. Facebook, anybody can go on Facebook. But I'm talking to you now. Go on YouTube and you will see me live. Now check the other Facebook pages, those people who call themselves media institution on Facebook, and see if they do YouTube live. They're not doing it. I don't see it. I have not seen it. Maybe they're doing it, but I have not seen it. And so since we ourselves decide we're going to put a lot of money into the thing, we have to respect ourselves. When was the last time? Think about it. When was the last time you come on LPR and see any LPR personality coming on with T-shirt on? Now, I'm not talking about dressing, apparel, and things. No, I know I don't dress well. That one there. President Fred Guion will tell you something. He's not a good dresser because he's one of the best dressers around here. I say so. I say Fred Guion is one of the best dressers around here. Go sue me. But anyway, no, on a very serious though. So I know I don't know how to dress, but when I come on here, whether I'm gonna wear African attire or European attire, I want to look a little bit decent. Okay? And so is Mr. So. So is any one of you. Look at Mazola when he comes on. He's match. Not that we don't have anything to do, but when we present ourselves to you as our audience, because it's visual. Your eyes are looking at us. Even though you're hearing us, but you're also looking at us. Look at the background here. As we speak, I got about 3 cameras all over here. Focus. We're not asking for anything. We're doing this so that the audience that take their time, not that they don't have anything to do, on a Friday afternoon. Are you kidding me? How many people on right now? Okay, 39. These 39 people that are watching and they have nothing else to do in America, but to come and watch something too? No. But if they're taking their time to watch us, we ourselves, and we were told by Mr. So, we ourselves must respect the system that we put in place. So, once again, if you are given the opportunity to talk, express yourself, first thing is this: you make it brief. Other people waiting behind to talk. Make it brief, because if you don't make it brief, you keep talking one thing over and over, the other people get agitated. So by the time they come, because here's what's happening. Yes, most Liberians, well, they're supposed to take note, but by the time they come, they finish forgetting what you say. So now they're going to take something because they think that you said something before it was harsh, so they're going to come back. Make it brief, sweet, to the point, so that the other person will have the opportunity. Another thing, I'm not telling you what to say, how to say, but if you come to have an engagement on an intellectual forum like LIBERIA Public Radio, and you come immediately attacking someone else, that person is going to take defensive position, and the end of that will be the end of the conversation. Because once that person take defensive position, you're not going to get anything better out of them. The idea of having these kinds of conversation on LIBERIA Public Radio, one of the reasons that we do this, so that we will find common ground. What is the best way forward? Because I don't believe you guys come on LIBERIA Public Radio to fight. That's not the intent. I think you're coming on LIBERIA Public Radio at the end of the engagement to find the way forward. One way forward, not 10 way forward. So I'm just taking this. I'm not going to talk about Liberia political issue anymore. I'm going to go back to my road and road construction and road business. But most of you don't know how to talk about road, so you're not going to come on my show to attack me about road because you don't know anything about it. You come there, you're not going to have much to say because you don't know anything about it. If you do, come on my show. And I'm being very serious. But why would I even want to run away from you? Why? Why do I want to say I want to stay away from Liberian politics? I'll just discuss role. If the political situation in Liberia, if it's not clear, how the heck do I expect roads to go on in Liberia? How can you divorce the road construction from that of a political issue in Liberia? They're connected. And that becomes a frustrating part on my own. Because I'm trying to not necessarily educate, but to put some point forward. But how would people listen to me and able to hear me if they tune in off Facebook? They tune it off everything else because Facebook people, oh, that Facebook there, you go there, people can be cussing each other. And my man, I just stay away from that thing, sir. Where are we going? Folks, this is Samson to Liberian Public Radio. Starting next week, I'm going to go back to road and road construction. And those of you that want to join me will do so. But I think because this, I hope as I'm leaving, let me get one thing straight. Alfonso So ain't made me run away. Don't tell me say Alfonso So made something run away. He ain't made me run away. Okay? I can hold my own. But on a very serious note, if we can't understand each other, then everything else is down the drain. Let me tell you all, like, bro, you ain't ready for war again. Nobody going to war again. Nobody going to war again. So that you're causing each other mind, this and that one on y'all. And not on us. Keep it to yourself. Call the person on the phone and cuss them up. But if you're going to do Facebook, you expect people to come in and listen to you. What is coming out of your mouth must be discernible. What is coming out of your mouth must be intelligent, intellectual conversation. And we'll follow you. Folks, Samson to Liberian Public Radio. At this time, I will do my best. Okay. Yeah, my brother. Okay. Stanley, how you doing? Okay. Oh. Hello, oh, everybody. Hello. I don't want to call your name. Hello. Oh, wow. That's true. I agree. Okay. All right. I'm just reading you guys. One of the things that I tried not to do here also is to go reading people comment. I see other Facebook personalities would do that, would read people comment and stuff like, which is good. But if I will be opening the line and you can call me and make your comment. Okay, let me go on. Folks, this is Samson to Liberian Public Radio. Next week, I'm going to be bringing you some other stuff. Excuse me, 1 minute. I will not tell you what I did. No, I went out to sneeze. My pepper soup killing me. No, I'm just kidding. No, I just had to pick up something anyway. No. Next week, I'm going to be coming on here. First thing I want you to do is to pay attention to what I'm going to be showing next week. like I said, I'm going back to road business again because I think one of the lady, the last time when Mr. So and myself were going at it, one of the ladies said, "Samson too, we love you, but stay with your road business. Stay out of the politics." As though my own, I have no clue about Liberian politics. And so I accept your advice, yeah, Mama. I'm going back under the road business. And let me lead a politics with Mr. So and all of you. But all I ask my brothers and sisters, when you come on LeBron Public Radio, please try to be decent. You see, LeBron Public Radio, we have the ability with the kinds of software that we have. We can bring 7 people because that's the limit they give you. We can bring 7 people live, just like Skype, but we don't use Skype. Okay, it allows us to bring 7 people on the same program. Now, one of the debate that we've been having is this. These 7 people you're going to bring, it's going to be a live radio. You're not going to be able to just cut people off like that because their picture is going to be the video. Their video going to be on. You're going to be capturing their video. So you can't just shut it up. That would be rude. Why if these people start going at it and insulting each other? So those are the kinds of debate the staff of LPR is still having. So once we have those things ironed out, we don't want to put the claim on people said you can't say that, you can't say that. But when it becomes an issue, well, Liberians start, oh, did you hear last night on LPR? The Susan person, they were cussing each other. The video there, go watch it. That's not what we want LPR to represent. This is not WWE. This is an intellectual forum. At least I hope. Okay. Before I go on, the last time, I'll just do a little bit of the raw stuff here. The last time I showed you guys the raw. And right now, public work is, I'm just going to do a little bit of raw tonight, then I'll be leaving. Right now, public works is telling us that they finished with phase 1 of Somali Road. And I want to show you that because I got that from their Somali Road. So I want to show you that. The picture that I got is decent. It's decent. The Japanese, they did a wonderful, but that's the whole road, just from what I'm looking at. They gave us shoulder. They gave us super elevation. The inside shoulder, that's fine. Inside shoulder, you can go from anywhere from 6 inch to 4 inch, 4 feet, 10 feet, whatever space you have. So inside shoulder is not the outside shoulder. It's the most critical one. And they provided that. The only little but that I have, I'm going to be showing you here, is their striping. You know, those pin stripe on the road, they are striping. They use detail 22 in a medium. Okay, when you use detail 22, let me take the number because most people will not understand. But anyway, they have details. Each one of these stripe, the yellow stripe, the broken stripe, the buttons, the one when you're driving at night, your light can shine. All of those things got names. They got numbers. But I'm not going to go through them. When I'm ready for you, I will show you all of those things. But anyway, the stripe, the broken line on the highway or broken line on the road, okay, it allows people to pass. Okay, that's like a passing lane. Okay, but the one they have the broken line they show here, it's not like, because they have a divided road, so it's not like the incoming traffic going to interfere with the passing lane. But however, in any case, you do not try to have a passing lane in a curve. The reason being, a curve, remember, a curve is a swing that goes around. Centrifugal force. The force of that curve is trying to push the car outside. So if you're telling the guy to go and pass a car, how do you pass a car? Without me doing any calculation here, how do you pass a car? Say, for example, you're in a car driving. The car doing 55, you're doing 55. In order for you to pass that car, you're going to have to do more than 55 so that you will pass. But if you go in a curve and you try to do more than what the curve design speed is calling for, you're asking for trouble. And that's the only but that I have on it. Other than that, I think they did a wonderful job. Let me just show you. Let me show you. It's such a beautiful, beautiful road. Beautiful road. Okay. Here is what I'm talking about. You see, it's a divider uh, road. So you got 4 lane going. I mean, 2 lane going, 2 lane coming, which is good. I really appreciate that. The inside shoulder is about maybe a foot from the concrete gutter, because I believe that's a gutter. They can't just have a concrete apron like that and expect. So that's a gutter. So I'll just call it a gutter without me being there. By the way, the white line, the white solid line. Okay, I don't know why they make it white. I don't know. I'm not going to question it. But usually it's supposed to be yellow. By the way, I'm not going to question it. Maybe they have their reason in Liberia. They do white instead of yellow. Okay, that's fine. By the way, but they stripe the one dividing the lane from that white solid line to the broken line is supposed to be 12 feet. So I don't know. From that broken line to the outside fog line, they call it outside fog line, because when you're driving at night, that fog line is where your right light shines on to let you know this is the end of the road. Okay? From that broken line that is in the center to that fog line is supposed to also be 12 feet. Now, if you look at from that solid line, the outside line, the fog line, to those, how do you call it? I don't know what are those are wood. I believe those are steel. I don't think they will put wood in there. But what will be the reason? That's not safe. If you're gonna block something like this, put a guardrail in for Christ's sake. Why is somebody driving and hit one of those poles? What is that pole for? What that pole is doing for us? I don't see it. I just don't see it. By the way, that's how they do it in Liberia. That's fine. But I would have preferred to have a guardrail so that when the car hit it, the guardrail push the car back onto the road so it doesn't continue flipping over. That's what a guardrail is supposed to do. Okay, but I don't know why they have the pole over there. Maybe they're protecting the traffic from the drainage. But if you're going to do that, they're setting standard. And that's one of the reasons why when you have the Asian to do your role, because the way they do it over there, they don't follow ASHTO. Most of us, Liberian engineers, study here, we follow ASHTO. Over there, they're not. So I don't know why they don't have guardrail, but that's their reason. By the way, look at the outside shoulder from the fog line to the stake over there. That's most likely like 8-10 feet. Beautiful. If a taxi driver take you and ready to put you down, they go behind that fog line, stop, and get down while the traffic continuing on. Okay? So like I said, the problem that I have is the broken line. You see where immediately inside the curve itself, at the point of the curve, not in tangent. The tangent, they have it, not solid but a stripe. But the stripe only supposed to be where the people standing. Okay, once you pass that, you're already in the curve itself. So why will you have the broken line inside the curve? You're telling people to pass. That's what a broken line is. But I'm not going to sit here and complain. I appreciate that. That's wonderful. The road is clean. The next thing now is for the people, public work, to have a system that allow effective maintenance. You're supposed to have a street sweeping machine that will every Saturday or every afternoon or every 12, let's say 3 a.m. they go and sweep the street. Make sure. Here's the thing here. Look. Yes, we still got issues. The people give us a beautiful road. Look how those people parking their car. Those 3 Jeep on the left-hand side. They're there to patronize the business over there. The business, those building you're seeing over there, those are all store or whatever. They don't have no parking lot. So they're using the street to be parking lot. Okay? Which is okay. It's okay. But then now tell me now, why don't car parking? That's supposed to be the shoulder of the road. In this country, They have places where they want you to park, but they put meaning, they put time on it. After a certain time, they come and put ticket on your car. Or some other places, they're restricted, except for the emergency. Now tell me, if something happened in that area, or let's just forget about it. Taxi driver car and bring the 103 car park. Where the taxi driver going to put you at? He's going to start right in the middle of that second lane and drop you. So now you expect everybody else to go around here and take the first lane. And then we'll continue. Sooner or later, the market people are going to start, what are car parking? The market people are going to start coming in there to sell their stuff. These are things that we have to guide against. How do you get those things to be truly effective? Okay? To do that, in order for you to do that, folks, Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio, in order for you to do that, Minister of Public Works, who's now is in full control of this role, they have to go in and explain. Okay, what happened? Oh, okay. Samson told you, scared me. Okay, Minister of Public Works should now go to that community, the community where they have this thing, where they have this role, and mount a effective communication process. If you want the Minister of Information to do that, have a consultation process with the community and let them know what you can and what you cannot do. The dish that I show you that you saw the I call it pole sticking out trying to guard against, the dish is not there for you to dump your some money water in there, because it's an open dish. The dish is not there for you to go and wash clothes. That's not the reason. The dish is there to drain from the street to the ditch, to the cover, whatever they have. So the Public Works Ministry should go now and do their best to explain to the community the importance, okay, of keeping this road clean. Because Public Works Ministry, one of the things that they have to do in that community, make the community to be part of this road. Make the community to feel that this road belongs to them. Don't make them feel like they are stranger to this road, even though most of them don't have cards. But if you explain to them, first of all, what you need to let them know is attack it from the health perspective. It's an open ditch, because I can see it from the back there. It's an open ditch. So if it rains, you're going to have water sitting in there. Mosquito, if you put dirty water in there, mosquito going to come out. And tell them you got young children. The mosquito going to come from this and start biting your children, giving them malaria. And then the little money that you're supposed to use for business, you're going to be taking family member to the hospital. That's how you go about it. If you want to be effective, get your health ministry involved. Get the police involved. Get whoever, they love, whatever. Get everybody on board. So all of you, as a government entity, speaking with one voice, before you go on to the community, and then you say, Mr. Toll, you follow it. Okay, that's fine. Before you go on to the community, if I was part of it, I will go and find who is the representative in that area. The representative that representing that area, I will consult that person first. Bring that person on, talk to them, and make them feel that they are part of this process. Because anything, especially places like Liberia, if you make, look at this. Look at this. Do you see any crossing sign on that road? Do you see any kinds of crossing line on that road? But look at it. People are crossing the road already. Look at the people standing in the second lane. as you're going away from us. Okay? Okay. So, but if you explain to the people, because you're not gonna put wire fence around the road. You can't do it on there. There's no way. You don't have the money. But if you make the people to understand the danger that are involved in keeping the place dirty, how it's going to affect them. If you have an effective communication process, you will do well. Beautiful role. Beautiful role. I give it to them. I give it to them. I'm very proud for them to put out something like this. It's very nice. Very nice. And I say thank you, Minister Vambutu. Thank you very much. That was a beautiful job. I'm just a little bit concerned about the safety aspect of it. Because in order for you to put some sort of a barrier, something, those things need to, if you're going to put them, I'm not too sure what's the reason of sticking the pipe up like that. What's the reason of sticking the iron out like that when you know that's a place for people to drive? So now a lot of people are going to hit those things. So protect it. You consider it a safety hazard. So you protect it by putting guardrail on there. And the people will hit the guardrail, and the impact of it, because the guardrail is, when you put the guardrail is supposed to give. It doesn't resist forced. You hit it, it bend in. Okay? But that pipe, not only they put it in the concrete, it's encased in concrete, but they put concrete inside as well. So it's not hollow. Because one of the reasons, if it's hollow, if it rain, water going to sit in there. So they fill it up with concrete. I'm not in LIBERIA, but I can tell. So if the stiffness of that pipe is more than what you can imagine. So if somebody hit it, that pipe is not going anywhere. The car is the one going to go somewhere. So you need to protect it. Those are the kinds of little stuff the people in public were supposed to take care of. Folks, Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio. Let me do a little dancing here before I open the line up here. I feel it's Friday afternoon. I feel like dancing anyway. Let me do a little bit here. Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio. Let me do a little bit.
Tu as dit que moi je te nourris pas. Tu as dit que moi je t'habille pas. Et tu as dit que moi je te loge pas. Depuis des années tu vis des malheurs. Et avec ça j'ai eu des enfants avec toi. Et avec ça j'ai eu des enfants avec toi. Oh yeah, mama moué kumba. Oh yeah, mama moué kumba. Tout ce que tu as dit sur moi on m'a rapporté. Tout ce que tu as dit sur moi on m'a rapporté. Tu as dit que moi je te nourris pas. Depuis ce temps-là tu n'es pas encore morte. Depuis ce temps-là tu es encore vivante. Tout ce que tu as dit sur moi on m'a rapporté. Tout ce que tu as dit sur moi on m'a rapporté. Oh yeah, mama moué tout bella. Oh yeah, mama moué kumba.
Okay, folks, Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio. That's my number right there. Give me a call, 916. If you see me putting number up, let me know I'm getting. Okay, the first thing is, there's something that folks, we're spending money here at LPR. Right now, I got two. What you might call? Even fading my ear. Let me put in the other one. Give me a call. So we got 1, 2, but monitor all over the place. So I have one of the stuff in my ear, so I'll be able to know what I'm talking about, so that I'll know that because sometimes you're on air and you get cut off, you don't know. By the way, that's my number over there, 916. Whoops, what is that? What happened? The old man coming. Did I say old man? What? I beg you here. I mean, my old man. Man, sounds into a fun play to sit down, man. Young man like you can't about old man. Only 25 years old. But then why you breathing like that? But I'm breathing because I've been working out. Give me a call. 916-533-2048. And let's see whether all of my preaching, perhaps They didn't take root. That's okay. Give me a call. Give me a call, 916-533-2048. Starting next week, as I stated earlier, starting next week, I'm going to put a bunch of row building machine together. And I will tell you what they are and what they do. So each machine, you will see the picture, and then the next video will show you the abilities of that machine, the functionality of that machine going to be displayed. So the reason here is this, because eventually I'm going to be doing a row design here live. I told you guys, I've been telling you over and over. Okay, I've been telling you over and over. And once I start doing the design process itself might take a little bit longer. I'm not too sure how long you guys want. I will ask a question. I will show you, and I'll tell you how far you want it. It will be Liberian Row. Ganta, from Ganta to Grangida on Google Map, and I will draw it because there's a way. Google Maps show me how to do it. But anyway, and then you're telling me to just go here from here, and then I'll show you what I involve. Now, once that is done, that is not a virgin forest. We're talking about rehabilitation. So what type of equipment that we're going to need to rehabilitate that row? Because unless you take the alignment of that row and put it somewhere else fresh, then it's a fresh construction. But as long as you're using the same alignment, row is the alignment. The center of the row is the alignment. Well, let me not say that, because sometimes alignment can be curve, alignment can be anywhere, but alignment, which you build your row off of. Once you continue to use the same row, that means you're going to use the same alignment. Now, there are two different type of alignment now. They got vertical alignment and they got horizontal alignment. I'm not speaking vertical alignment. Vertical alignment is the one that go up and down. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the one you go up like this, like a snake. Okay. So if you're using the old row, you're using the old alignment. So then that's rehabilitation. That's not new construction. Okay, because you don't need to cut the hill, they cut it already. You only need to fill few places up, build a row. And I will ask you, what do you want me to do? Do you want a row separation? The grade separation. This is the row going like the two rows, boom, on the same ground. And then before you know, one row start going up, the other one stay down. Grade separation. Grade separation can happen in Monterey. You have a lot of places over there you can do that. Okay, but give me a call, 916-533-2048. I got about 15 more minutes and I'll be out of here. Let me talk about something else. Front page Africa. They wrote something today about some sort of a program that Liberia is getting ready to fail. That particular program that is being sponsored by the United States for poor country. So according to front page, and I'm giving you go on there and read it yourself. Don't take my word for it. Okay. According to front page, the fund Liberia might not be qualified this time around because of corrupt behavior, and according to the front page now, and because of the fact that most of the government employees, including the president, have not declared their assets. So perhaps the people who are responsible for this fund might not qualify Liberia this time around. And according to front page, a certain amount of money was earmarked to help with the McCarthy plan, the electro plan over there. Okay, so go and read it. Okay, and I'm trying to get on there. Okay, so go and read it yourself. It's called what is it? Governance Labs may hurt Liberia Millennium Challenge. Okay, and in that, Monrovia, let me read it. Let me just read a little bit. Monrovia, the George Weah-led government risks losing out unlucrative United States government Millennium Challenge Corporation award unless it improves its governance evaluations. Front page understands, they say. Deterioration in the rule of law. That front page now. Deterioration in the rule of law, corruption, transparency, and accountability, including the president's failure to declare his assets and the obstruction of the function of the extractive industrial transparency initiative could hardening the country's chances. So basically, front page is saying that this MCC, because of certain things Liberian government have not been able to put in place, might affect the ability for Liberia to continue to be on this program. That's some money that coming into the country, folks. That's front page now. If this is true, that's money that is coming into the country. So that's something that the Liberian government hopefully will look into it and see if they can, because I don't believe Liberian government, they don't have money. So I don't see them saying, being stubborn. If these things are just a common stuff, they will take care of it. But let us also remember that the Republic of Liberia is a sovereign country. So if certain things are being done that are strictly abide by the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, because you got your $1 million, you expect people to violate the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, then I don't see it. And I'm not saying that's what's happening here. I'm just putting that out as well. Okay. So I doubt it. I doubt it if the organization, this MCC charter or their constitution or their board rule or whatever rule they have would say, in order for you to be qualified, all of the government employees, including the president, must declare assets before they run. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if it is part of their rule, I don't know. I just thought I'd question. Not everything you read that you have to accept. You have to question sometimes. And that's what I'm doing. Okay. But go and read that. Go and read that, folks. It's very interesting reading. Very interesting reading. Okay. Well, nobody calling me. Let me get out of here. It's Friday evening. Okay. Or maybe maybe they don't want to call, maybe because I'm not putting restriction on anybody. I just make my comment, folks. So if you can't call me, that's okay. That's okay. We can deal with it as well. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just telling you. Okay. Again, the number is there. 916-533-2048. I think I'm going to have to get out here. But on a very serious note, folks, the last one that I want to say. Tomorrow, Mr. Soul going to be coming on, and as usual, Mr. Soul like to have conversation with people. But we ask you, I'll call him Donald Trump. Because that young man, he don't take mess. So he like to laugh with people, but he doesn't like anybody to take advantage of him. And you don't want to get on his bad side. So please, when you come on his show, let's respect each other. You see how he can shut me off when I call him on his show. Samson, Mr. Toad, what do you think? You're gonna come on my show and try to manipulate the system? I'm gonna cut you off. That's a show. It has nothing to do with older brother, big brother business. Nothing. This is something that we do as people, credible people. So if I go on his show there and try to show off, he has a right to put me in my place. And this is how we do business. You must have the ability to accept criticism. You must have the ability to allow people to let you know that you're stepping out of bounds. That's just human nature. All right. It's Samson Tour, LIBERIA Public Radio. Next week, we're going to start with a roll. I'm going to try to stay away from Liberian politics for a while, but I'm going to be calling Mr. Social a lot and making my own contribution. I think Mr. So, I'm not too sure what he has in mind, but what I'm hearing, if it is true, then he might have some sort of a program coming out. It's going to be hot if he put that up. We got a liberal progressive. Take no back seat of anybody else. You see? Did you see that? I can play golf. You, look, look. You see the arm? It's all lock. It's all lock. See, 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 see my whole shoulder. Oh, folks, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. You tuning in for make a fool out of myself before you again this afternoon. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to have. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. It's Friday afternoon. I think I'm gonna uh, take my case here and go run around a little bit and see how best we can do this thing. So, no, seriously, I used to play golf in Ohio. Since I came to California, I haven't played golf before, but in Ohio, I used to play golf. When I was in school, I used to play. I have to. And then you tell me you not play golf in Town before? No. But when I was in school, the only person from Town among the Ohio young man going to school in engineering school. You see, in engineering school, you have to. When we started the class. I believe we were like 50 something, almost 60. By the time we get to our third year, okay, we were only about 35 left. By the time we got to the senior, only 25 left. So we were very close. And so we used to, David, a friend of mine, we all graduated together, but he's a good golfer. So he used to take me to go play golf. And I used to go and learn how to play golf. I learned how to play golf. I used to go on the shooting range and do all of my stuff. And I would go play with him. But I used to chase my ball all over. Before we go out, it's an agreement. I'm allowed 5 to 6 mulligans. And then you say, what is mulligan? I'm not telling you. Go look it up. And sometimes I will play the ball. I'll kick the ball in the hole. That little thing can be frustrating. If you just say you want to play that little thing, that little ball, shit, frustration level can be high. I have gone swimming in some of the golf pools and Samson too. I've done a lot. But anyway, folks, let me get out of here. It's been a wonderful, wonderful evening. I want to thank all of you that tuned in this evening, even those of you that didn't tune in, but perhaps you will watch this later on. I still thank you very much. We appreciate it. All we try to do here on a very serious note, what I was saying here about us is that the way we take ourselves, other foreigners around us will respect us. The Liberian folk, they cost themselves, they cost their mind, those kinds of conversation. You don't want that to happen when you go to party. That's all that I'm trying to say. But you have the right to do whatever you want to do. But if you want to use this medium, which people have given us to have a fruitful discussion about our country, let's utilize that effectively to the best of our abilities so that we'll be able to understand each other. You don't have to have a teleconferences. All the things that I'm talking about, people have been watching. So all these things that I'm saying, those who want to pay attention to it will pay attention. That's all that I'm saying. So thank you. It's been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you for even watching me dancing and making fool out of myself, which is good. I mean, we're brothers and sisters. What can I say? But thank you very much. Let's do it again. Tomorrow, tune in to Mr. Soul Show, where he will be able to give you some wonderful, wonderful. What happened here? Wow, Samson tool. How the heck this thing go on the other side? Well, okay. I'll deal with that later. Okay. This is Blaku. Good night, folks. It's been a wonderful, wonderful time. Let's do it again. Good night.
mon amant. Hey, hey, mon amant. Hey, hey, mon amant.
Ateito, ateito, ateito. Nalukio na kati ya Kinshasa mobimba mama e. Na bandi na foire fikine. Na koti na sine paladume, na koti na raki. Na koti na sine palace, na koti na Bellevue. Na leki na tipekae, na koti na N2. Ateito, 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 ateito mon amour. Hey, hey, mon amant, maman, mon amant.
Hey, hey, mon amant.
Zambe aneito, nalingi oh mama aneito.
Hey, hey, mon amant.
Mama aneito, naponi oh mama
Hey,
aneito.
hey, mon amant.
Janine amelo, nalingi oh mama
Hey,
amelo.
hey, mon amant.
Elongi na yo ekati me monte manga na
Hey, hey,
kolela
mon amant.
loposo na yo esilisinga mayelenga na
Hey, hey, mon amant.
Zambe aneito, nalingi oh mama
Hey,
aneito.
hey, mon amant.
Zambe aneito, naponi oh mama
Hey,
aneito.
hey, mon amant.
Janine amelo, nalingi oh mama
Hey,
aneito.
hey, mon amant. monama. Hey, hey, monama. Hey, hey, monama.
Ateito, ateito, ateito. Nalukio na kati ya Kinshasa bobiba mama e. Nabandi na foire fikine. Nakoti na sine paladume, nakoti na raki. Nakoti na sine palase, nakoti na belevu. Naleki na tipeka e, nakoti na ende twae. Ateito, 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 ateito mon amour. Hey, hey, mon amour, mama, mon amour.
Hey, hey, monama.
Sambe aneito, nalingi o mama
Hey,
aneito.
hey, monama.
Mama aneito, naponi o mama
Hey,
aneito.
hey, monama.
Janine amelo, nalingi o mama
Hey,
amelo.
hey, monama.
Elongi na yo ekati me motema nga na
Hey, hey,
kolela
monama.
loposo na yo esilisinga mayele nga na
Hey, hey,
kolela
monama.
Zambe aneito, nalingi o mama
Hey,
aneito.
hey, monama.
Zambe aneito, naponi o mama
Hey,
aneito.
hey, monama.
Janine amelo, nalingi o mama
Hey,
aneito.
hey, monama.